Every piece of weight loss advice you followed last year was probably right. You just didn't know which part actually mattered. Hello, I'm Charlie and I'm co-founder of Potentia Coaching. And over the last 3 years, we have helped transform over 500 people's lives. We have taken them from where they were at all the way to their goal weight without feeling restricted, without giving up their social life, and while enjoying the process, which is one of the biggest things. If you're looking for help with your weight loss journey, there'll be a link to our application form down below. Why people actually fail to lose weight most year. The biggest thing to look at is they make weight loss overcomplicated, or they're stuck in the all or nothing mindset and struggle with consistency. That is the main reasons why you probably won't be able to stick to a weight loss journey. So let's break it down. What do you actually need to do to lose weight? Firstly, no matter what anyone says, it's all about a calorie deficit. That is your calories in versus your calories out. You will not lose weight if you're eating the same calories that your body needs or more calories that your body needs. The easiest way to work out your calorie deficit, you can either go for calorie calculators online and just pick one and stick to that, or you can do a simple calculation, take your body weight in pounds and times it by 10 to 12. If you want to go relatively faster, go more towards the lower end, you could go 8, 9, 10 for rapid weight loss, or if you want it to be a little bit slower, 12, 11. One of the biggest things you'll hear people talk about is protein. Now, as mentioned, to lose weight, it's all about calories in versus calories out. Eating more protein isn't going to mean you'll lose weight. The biggest things to look at, it helps keep you fuller for longer. That is one of the biggest benefits, because if you're feeling fuller for longer, you're not going to go in the cupboard and eat more food. You're going to feel satisfied, which means then you feel fulfilled from every single meal, which then will keep you on plan a lot easier because of that satisfaction. When looking at protein, there's many ballpark figures out there. I just think the easiest way for every pound have 1 gram of protein. If you're a 150-pound person, 150 grams of protein. Some people like to eat more protein than that. There's not actually negatives of eating over that. So if you want to have, let's say 150 pounds again, but you have 170, it's not a bad thing. You can't have too much protein. I know there's some people that say that. Yes, I wouldn't say just go solely carnivore because you like to have a mixture of proteins, carbs, fats. That's a good mix. But if some days you go over, that's fine. Other days you might go under. The final thing with this, with what actually is going to drive your fat loss, it sounds super simple, but it's just your adherence. Weight loss gets boring because you have to show up most days doing the exact same thing. The reason why I'm not saying every single day, because in an ideal world, yes, showing up every single day will get you results, but sometimes you might not be able to. You might want to go out and be a little bit more social. You might have important events coming up that you want to celebrate. You might have a day where you just feel like crap and you want to sit on the sofa and eat a little bit. Them days will happen during your journey. It's all about how you bounce back after that and not letting bleed into a whole week. With weight loss, as you're showing up each week doing what you're doing, it's nothing new. When you don't have anything new, it's not like a new stimulus for the brain, which means I'm doing this now, I'm doing that. It gets boring. And that's one of the biggest reasons why people will fall off, because they just get bored of weight loss, or they think it's too easy because I'm just doing this and just doing that. But when you find things get easier, you start to get a little bit more complacent and you don't actually do the simple tasks that get the best results. So each year, what you probably do is go, I'm going on a diet, I'm going to lose weight this year, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. And the way I look at it is most people, when they come to losing weight, they just take away all the things they enjoy. You're not going to stick to a plan if you're taking out the foods that you love. So what I would do, and the simplest thing, is first find an app on your phone that's easy for you to track on. I actually think there is so much power in food tracking. Now, food tracking, in terms of like the mental side of things, doesn't work for everyone. In my last video, I actually spoke about how to lose weight without tracking, but the most precise tool will be tracking your foods. So find a simple calorie tracking app. I like to use MyFitnessPal. Once you've got this and you've worked out your body weight, done your body weight in pounds, let's say you just times it by 10, input that into MyFitnessPal. Then work out your protein. I don't want you to worry about the other macros. So that is carbs and fats, because it's all about calories in versus calories out, but we're looking at the protein to help keep you fuller. The other two metrics just add a little bit of overwhelm. Now, on MyFitnessPal, you can't actually get rid of them too. Like, you have to have them there. But if you go over the goal one day on carbs, fine. If you go over the goal on fats one day, that's also fine. Don't worry about that. If you just focus on tracking your foods and a calorie deficit, you will not fail at losing weight. The biggest thing that's going to stop you from getting your results is if you're trying to be perfect every single day. That is going to make you feel overwhelmed. The next thing is when you start to dive into the nitty gritty of extra. Am I hitting this amount of carbs? Am I hitting this amount of fats? Like I said, it's all about the calorie deficit. The next thing I would 100% be avoiding is things like juice cleanses, smoothies, that cliche stuff. Basically how they work, they have very, very limited calories, which great, you'll lose weight quickly, but are you learning the tools of how to navigate the hunger cues? Are you learning the tools of what do I do in this situation? What do I do in that situation? No, they are just quick fixes. So try and avoid things like that. The next thing that I want you to avoid as well going into this year is thinking that you have to do more. What I mean by this is you don't have to work out 5 times a week to lose weight. Theoretically, you don't have to work out at all. If you stick to your calorie deficit, you will lose weight. The big thing about weight training or working out in general, it's yes, you'll burn some extra calories, but with weight, you're going to build some muscle, which building that muscle increase your BMR slightly. I think having that build of muscle will help your overall look. It helps with that toned look that people want to go for. Because if you lose weight without stimulating muscles, it can result in you looking flabby. That's the best way to describe it. Not as tight and hard. That's like the simplest way to word it. So try and avoid all that outside noise. Just stick to your deficit and you will lose weight. So here's a simple challenge for you. Take the equation that I gave you, pick a tracking app, so MyFitnessPal, input that in, and for the next 30 days, just go through, be strict, track everything that you have across the month. You will see that you'll lose weight. I reckon you could lose around 0.5 kg of body fat every single week. If you're looking for more help with your weight loss and you like the video, just make sure you press subscribe. I'll be posting 2 weight loss videos every single week to help you with your journey.